Alrighty, we just finished Andor Season 1, Episode 12, Rix Road, and does not fucking disappoint.
No, it is a great climax to the season.
And
it is not a happy ending.
No.
It's tragic.
It gets real.
Man. It gets brutal, and it is like a straight classic tragedy, man.
It was real. It wasn't,
It was no rainbows and unicorns up your ass. It was fucking... No, dude.
It was more like cats and dogs fist fucking each other, but yeah. You had to say it.
It was pretty much that brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, they were... It got real, man. And real serious.
And Judas got what he deserved?
Oh, yeah.
He didn't even get his 13 pieces of silver.
Right?
He didn't. He just got dead, which good.
Got hit in the crossfire or whatever happened to him, but he still he had that coming. Yeah, the explosion got him, some shrapnel, and
we had to experience someone's. I don't think it'll be a deflowering there. The first time she's ever had an orgasm. What was her name?
Oh, Dedra.
Dedra. You could just hear her fucking sploosh when what's his name saved her ass from getting killed.
I mean, she was about to be taken off and ravaged and this and that.
I don't even know if it was that. Just killed the bitch.
She was being dragged off one way or the other. Yeah. It's going to be all bad for her.
Yeah.
And then some dude comes up behind her with a gun and orders her to go this way, that way, this way, that way. And turns out it was Cyril.
And the gun.
And the last person she'd expect.
Yeah, to be there or to save her ass.
And what did she say? I suppose I should say thank you. And what did he say in response?
Oh, God, it's so terrible.
You don't have to.
You could just hear it, just the fucking floodgates. Just, oh my God, just gross.
Oh.
Just ick.
So we'll see what the future has in store for them.
Oh, God. Oh, Lord. All right, prediction. He's a part of the ISB.
Yeah, I think that he will have
graduated or
gotten himself into the Imperial.
And his mother will be like, oh, Uncle Harlow will be so proud, sort of thing.
Or, I don't know, man. They might not be fond of it because they weren't fond of him being in law enforcement with the corporate people on Morlana, right?
But that was her adversary, too.
Yes.
So it could be just to fuck with him too, which is something that, So that's
I think Cyril's going to have.
Oh yeah.
I mean, especially after this, after
saving her,
legit saving her like that. I think he's going to worm his way into the Imperial hierarchy somewhere and get close to her, and who knows what kind of a thing that's going to develop into. But it's going to be fun to watch.
So let's talk about other stuff. Let's talk about the instruments.
Oh, the band, the marching band.
Oh my fucking God!
The whole funeral procession
in general,
overall,
was wonderful.
The fucking marching band with all their matching uniforms and those instruments that they built for them
was just amazing.
All of them looked like they were functional musical instruments.
Yeah,
and the way it sounded, the way the band sounded, however they composed it,
had the phonograph, flower or whatever you call it, as the instrument that. That's the horn part.
It was almost like a woodwind with a horn
with the
the end of it. Yeah,
wild.
And then the other one's like kind of shaped like French horns, but with these flared,
and double flutes that just.
And they all look functional.
Yeah, it was great.
It was killer, man.
And they had a bunch of. I guess they'd be called Imperial officers.
Even the Cantina band instruments, they didn't look as functional as these.
No. But they had a bunch of would they be Imperial officers? Because there were stormtroopers. Yes. There was death troopers. Yes. But the other guys with the rebel helmet kind of looking thing from the Tanev, but they were black. So they look like Death Star officers. Yeah, those helmets.
Yeah,
but they were just grunt troops,
they were in
weren't they?
Black uniforms too. But they weren't stormtroopers.
No, they were just
But maybe just a step up for the stormtrooper.
Yeah, riot officer or under,
or just an enlisted, you know, kind of not stormtrooper, but not officer, but you know, like
a grunter. Who knows?
Yeah, and I'm infantry.
Yeah, something.
Yeah,
but it was just interesting that there were so many different ranks within the. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not just officers and stormtroopers. It's all this other cool stuff.
No, and
it fleshed it out.
Right.
So.
And in a good way.
Yeah.
Because they were all legit, like...
Oh, yeah, completely.
Like, different elements that you've seen in Star Wars, and all just...
Together.
It just totally made sense.
Now...
Like, ISB in their white uniforms.
Yes.
And then the other...
Officer Corps,
Yeah,
Imperial...
You know,
just Imperial officers.
Standard Imperials.
Yeah.
They're not like ISB Secret Service. They're like this, you know, they're in the black and the gray.
Yeah.
And it's killer, man. The costumes were awesome. All of them.
So let's talk about her.
Okay.
Bix, right?
Oh, Bix, man. Yes.
Now, how do I put this? She didn't deserve what happened, but I don't feel sorry for her either, because... What that shows is that their cell, in whatever form it wasn't organized, wasn't properly with it.
Well, it also shows that there's no guarantees.
Yeah.
You know, I mean...
You fuck around, you find out.
Yes, there are consequences.
And repercussions for shit.
Yes, even the good guys, you know, I mean, she went... It was fucked up what happened to her, which I'm not going to... Like you said... Whether she had it coming or not,
I wouldn't say I wouldn't go that far, but she should have been smart enough to know what the hell could have happened, and either been smarter with the tracking of covering her tracks, or you know, all in kind of thing.
Yeah,
I just, you know what I'm saying? It's just not.
But it was that boyfriend of hers who was the one that ratted out Andor, which brought attention on her. I mean, it wasn't like it was she fucked up. Her fucking boyfriend did.
Well, she did fuck up. She
by
fucked up.
being with the dude. And the way she handled it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either bring him in or nope.
Right.
And if she's just looking for dick, too bad.
But it was pretty... I mean...
No, it wasn't.
You know, I mean...
I don't think...
But that's what I appreciated about it. It was so fucked up.
Yeah.
And graphically depicted. Like... I mean...
So, is she still going to be a vegetable in season 2?
Because you can use your imagination what Vader did with Leia in the mind probes and all that shit, but they didn't detail it and show it to you. Here we got a clear picture.
For the mind probes.
Right.
So...
Who knows what he was doing or what kind of methods, means. Of course, he had the Force and Dedra didn't. So they had to use different means. And and it was very much like in Rogue One with the pilot and and the thing that
fucking hentai monster.
Yeah.
Oh jeez, that's just like, oh god,
which pretty much drove him insane too.
Yeah,
you know,
but he got better.
I got better.
Yeah,
I'm not dead yet.
Rigby loves him. He's like, yeah, that's my space Mexican. I'm like, Rigby, you can't say that. It's all right, I'm Mexican. I'm like, oh my god, Rigby. Anyway. you know Rigby. It's like,
my space Mexican. But I'm a Mexican, so I can say that.
What?
It's like, no. It's like,
it's like, oh, wow.
You're my space Holmes, eh?
Yeah, what the hell? Fuck.
I'm a Mexican. I can say that. You're my Holmes. You know, you're my space Mexican. What does that even mean?
I don't know, because he was just happy.
You're gonna pick the crops for me?
He was just happy that he's got to see a space Mexican in Star Wars.
Oh, yeah. Well.
So I'm like, all right, I whatever. It doesn't bother me none. And he went and did the brave thing. So, yeah.
Yep.
So, anyway, do you think she's still going to be a vegetable?
Representation. What? Yeah. Well, it's going to...
Well, there was a black officer on that ship, the previous episode.
Yes,
an Imperial,
and there was a female in the one ship too.
Yeah,
the one that they escaped, that Luthen escaped from.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah.
So it's not representation if it's integral to the part of the story. So stuff it, yeah.
And they even addressed it in that one conversation with the ISB CO guy and Dedra, and it was pretty clear what he was saying.
His coat great in the previous episode?
Oh yeah, the overcoats are great.
Yeah. And
I mean, no, he sported it too. The main, he
rocked it. Yeah,
I loved him.
So is she still a vegetable in season 2?
We'll see, because it's.
What do you think? No, what do you think?
I think she's going to be still suffering. I don't think she's ever going to be the same.
Okay.
You know, I think whatever damage has been done to her is more or less permanent. She may get better, or but I don't think she'll ever be back to
better. How?
Just maybe.
So then Andor has to ask that question. Do you put it to a heart retarded chick? I'm just saying. That's a no. That's a no-go?
Yeah, I would think, especially with their history.
Yeah, but she might even be fucking... She might be... That noise might have gave her the dementia, and so she thinks that they're still together. I'm not trying to be, bombastic. I'm asking questions. Because she seems like she's got the dementia.
Well, he seems to be more or less ethical and moral on that level, that he might not want to take advantage of that.
Isn't that awful?
Because he's not in the right mind.
Yeah.
And I would think that if he's going to be a role model and he may.
So that's why he seems.
But you never know. He may cave to it.
Is that why he seems so chaste and just oblivious and for the cause, very much like whatchamajigger in Rogue One, like Cinta, yeah.
Cinta or
Luthen
in Rogue One,
yeah.
Jyn,
yeah,
Jyn Erso.
Is that what Kathleen Kennedy's trying to say? Is that she just ain't never got good D, and so she's fighting the good fight? Is that the subtext that we all have missed, and just upset that she's self-inserting into all these movies? Well, and then she's the ugly English chick in that last Indiana Jones. I mean, I'm just asking questions.
Okay.
I'm asking questions
about the Indiana Jones thing. How dare they?
Yes.
Do an Indiana Jones that's not a Lucas and Spielberg.
Yes.
I mean, every one of them was Lucas and Spielberg.
And I actually didn't mind the Crystal Skull. I thought it was a little weird, and I think they could have done a lot better with it, with certain aspects of it. Right. I think the refrigerator was kind of stupid. But
it was still Lucas and Spielberg.
Yes. And this was just,
And that's what made those movies.
Yeah.
Some were better than others, of course,
I didn't like the second one.
The second one, oh my God.
Although I do like quoting it, Kalibo! I always say that to a gal, and she goes, what? And I'm like, all right, you didn't pass that test. Wow. So anyway.
But, I mean, that's, if you don't have Lucas and Spielberg on board, how are you going to do an Indiana Jones film and even think that you're... No.
They got the Mangold, so it's all right. Yeah. So thank God that Tony Gilroy got this. I don't know how he locked that in. Yeah. And then there's speculation that if they hadn't already had the second season under production, that after what happened with the Acolyte, they would have shut it down and said no go.
I mean, doing Star Wars without George Lucas is one thing, because there's so much out there to play with.
But they aren't playing with
Indiana
it right.
Jones? No.
Yeah.
No. And I mean, we're digressing, but no, the finale of Andor, man.
Epic. Seriously.
Marva's
speech was...
Yeah.
And here's the other thing. If I'm going to say it right now. If they mention, like, I kind of just, when they talked about Canto Bite in this episode, just, ugh. But if they fucking have Ezra and his speech and, how he's got the rebellion going, fuck that couch. I will not watch that show.
Well, we'll see how they incorporate any of that into the.
They better not.
Second season, they've incorporated so many things so well, but let Ezra show up in Ahsoka, man.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Let the magic cowboy have his little toys. He reminds me of a less competent Darth Helmet.
No, I just want to see more Mon Mothma and more of the rebel cells coming together, which I'm expecting because it's gonna.
Are we gonna see that? Are we gonna see?
It's gonna span like whatever 6 years or whatever.
Are we gonna see a Mon Calamari?
I hope so.
Are we gonna see? What's his name? Not his name wasn't Ruckus. Raddus, Admiral Raddus.
Maybe
that would be cool.
Maybe a younger Captain Akbar,
right?
Some Easter egg like that,
right?
Not member berries, but no something cool.
Yeah,
and just more about like maybe Dodonna.
Who?
General Dodonna. He was the one that gave the speech about the Death Star in the first movie. Might even see Yavin.
Oh, we'll see Yavin.
We'll be seeing Yavin.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was an ancient Jedi temple. Don't you think? And that's another thing. Wouldn't you think the Imperials would go and check that out, or at least Vader would?
Well, I think that was probably
something
somebody made up after the fact.
After, but I'm just like, does that really work?
But it was like ancient ruins on this moon but they were hiding them for their rebel base.
But if you're the Empire, wouldn't you like destroy all Jedi temples and stuff, or any?
Well, maybe in their records it was abandoned, and they'd already checked it out, and they didn't know the rebels were there.
I'm just saying.
I know.
I'm just
maybe they had checked it out and verified that it was abandoned and no threat or nothing there, and not to be worried about it.
Or do you think it was the bureaucracy once again?
It could have been
the unelected bureaucracy that just fucks up.
Right. One or the other, but I mean, Yavin was a remote location and really uninhabited.
Yeah.
That's why the rebels chose it.
I know.
And there were these ancient ruins. And I'm sorry, but like the Acolyte, where they found the abandoned facility and took it over and made it their home on an uninhabited world. That happens in Star Wars. It's not that, it's not that far-fetched.
Yeah, they copy and pasted from Star Wars.
Right. And the previous headquarters, the previous secret base on Dantooine, which she outed, and they went and investigated. Well, there's evidence that there was people here recently, but it's abandoned, But there was some structures there that they could use, and I mean, I'm sure there's places like that all over the galaxy where,
of course,
there used to be like this thriving whatever going on, and now there's not, and it's abandoned.
Yeah,
like Ghost Town Planet.
But still.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Not Spectre the Gun. Oh.
No, not like that. But just,
yeah.
Like what a ghost town was. There's a town there, but everybody's gone. What happened to them all?
So.
Anyway.
Any other predictions for season 2? Is Marva going to show up in flashbacks?
Oh, maybe.
That would be cool.
Maybe. And I don't know, man. I'm wondering if we're going to see any more of Ferrix.
Right.
Because everybody's gone from Ferrix. I want
to know where I want to know where Marva's brick is.
Well, maybe they will detail the ceremony of placing it. In the aftermath of what just happened in the finale.
Yeah.
Because, Brasso had it. He was clocking people with it. Yeah.
So
no, Brasso held it in his hands, and he was the one going to place it in the wall.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it will have made its way into the wall.
Okay.
You know,
think he has it?
I don't think he broke it on somebody's head.
No. Didn't break it, but has it with him still. No, you don't think so?
Maybe. And maybe they'll like make it important to get it back to Ferrix and place it in the wall where it belongs. And that could be a cool little, you know, yeah.
Here I am writing
again, we're writing again. I mean, just bouncing it back and forth.
And trying.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
No, that would be good. That would be nice to open it with that.
There you go.
In the first episode, one of the first things they have to do is get that brick back to Ferrix and
smuggle it.
Really, you know, under the cover of night or whatever.
Yeah. Or they just, you see Imperials walk by, what the fuck is that doing there, kind of thing.
Yeah. Or no, just they need to be cool and not be caught or recognized.
Yeah.
And do it all sly and get it placed, and nobody would ever know the notice outside that they got it done. Right?
Exactly.
A total Mission Impossible little segment where they get the brick back. That would be cool, man.
We gotta stop.
But we'll see. If that's not a prediction, that's just us brainstorming.
Just riffing.
Right?
Anyway, tell us what you think of this show, of this episode.
Can't wait for season 2, man.
Of anything we've said. And with that, like, share, subscribe.
May the Force be with you, always.